congratulations. By the time this interview is out, Teen Wolf the movie is going to be out, and that's huge for the whole cast as well as the fandom. I'm wondering, what has it been like for you kind of building up to this release?
Yeah, this is my first feature movie that I'm in. I'm a fairly new actor. I got into the business about 5, 6 years ago, mostly doing commercials and print work. And when I auditioned for this, I want to say towards the beginning of last year, my agent had sent me the audition for this role, Lieutenant Ibarra on Teen Wolf, and I think it said Teen Wolf, and I was like, oh, okay. In my mind, I'm like, oh, they're gonna do some sort of reiteration of the Michael J. Fox film. I'd seen Teen Wolf, in MTV, and I'd seen the first season, but it'd been so long since I'd seen the show, and obviously I think it was a 5-year hiatus, that I didn't really know, but it was a really cool scene, and I recorded it while I was traveling in Tahoe with my family. I still remember, rehearsing it, and really enjoyed it's one of those things you do hundreds of auditions, and then I ended up getting pinned for it, put on hold for it, and I booked it. So it was a really cool experience getting to learn about the film early on. And my scene is very you've seen the movie, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it was quite a little bit longer than that when we shot it, but that's okay. Things happen. I'm sure you know that in the editing process it got cut down, and this is what you do with films. You edit them down and you make them flow well. But I'm very happy with what I saw. I got to go to the premiere this week. I got to see Tyler again and Seth and everybody. It was just, I think, a wonderful experience. I got to meet Jeff Davis for the first time. I hadn't met him. I hung out with Joe Janier, one of the producers, who's an incredible guy. Russ, the director. Got to see Shelley and Ian and JR and some of the people I hung out with in Atlanta. So it's really cool. I'm excited about it. I'm excited the world gets to see this awesome movie. I really think the fans of the show will absolutely adore the film. There's so many great moments, and it really, it does the show a lot of justice.
Definitely. And I mean, the whole cast just seems really close. And I know you had a brief role in it, but would you be down to work with these people again for a
Oh
possible
yeah, I'll tell
follow
you
up?
for sure. Tyler, the minute I got on set, was so kind. We spent a lot of time on set together. We shot, I think, a total of 3 days on 2 separate occasions. I had to fly to Atlanta from LA. I live in LA, and he was just super kind, always checking in with people, making sure they were okay. We have since this is going to come out after the movie comes out.
Yes.
Okay. So we have a dog in our scene that you saw that there he was kind with the dog handlers. He was kind with the girl in our scene, making sure she was okay, because it was an intense scene. And we did it outside a studio, inside a studio. It was shot outside on a green screen with a demolished building. That was incredible. And then we shot in a studio all of the inside scenes, and it was there were some very intense moments in there. There was one moment, one of my favorite moments, where I'm carrying. Initially, I was supposed to carry the dog out of the building.
Okay.
And we didn't have a lot of time to rehearse it, and the dog was an incredible dog, but something about me carrying him down the stairs freaked him out. And the very first take, I wish I could see the footage on this. I'm going down the stairs with the dog. Tyler's in front. The dog freaks out, jumps out of my arms, and you can imagine this is like a flight of stairs, like maybe 10 stairs. Jumps in the air. I fall back because this is a 70, 80-pound dog. I mean, it's a beast. The dog's a lot kinder than he comes out in the film.
Okay.
But he jumps in the air, and Tyler, who was just below me, grabs and catches a dog, and basically sacrifices his body to save this dog from getting injured. And it was fine, but all the following takes were me walking the dog out because
Yeah, I guess you have to walk it
the
after
dog was
that.
not cool with being carried down the stairs. He wanted to get himself down the stairs. But my point with the story is that Tyler was so kind and just an amazing person. And I was so happy that I got to work with him. You don't always get to say that when you work with very successful, famous actors on set, and it was an incredible experience.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, as an actor, what's something that you kind of learned or took from your time on this set?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think listening to others and learning from others. I spent a lot of time with Seth on set. I got to see a lot of the behind the scenes work. One of the things that Tyler and the team did is they really built a family with the show. And you can imagine having a 4 or 5 year hiatus and bringing everyone back. He was so kind, and everybody on the team, Ian, JR, Shelley. There was one night where I'm this day I'm a day player in this movie, and I have a small role, and so call me a nobody, somebody that's just moving the scene along. And we were done shooting, and we were back at the hotel, and I wanted to grab dinner, and so I sat down right next to the bar, had my own table, and as soon as Tyler and the crew saw me, they invited me up to the bar. I got to hang out with all of them. So you can imagine that experience was just super awesome, getting to talk to Ian about his experience at Yellowstone, Tyler about his music, Shelley about all the projects that she's working on. And it was just it was nice. I think my takeaway is no matter who you're working with, always just be super kind and supportive, because just a really positive environment on set really goes a long way.
Definitely. And I mean, if you personally could describe this film in 3 words, what would they be?
Ooh, that's a good question. I wish I would have gotten this question before. A little planning would have been nice. Intense, dramatic, and just beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
agree with those.
They did a great job. Jeff and the team did an incredible job. There's a lot of footage that was shot, a lot of different scenes I can't even imagine. But they made the movie really beautiful. Being a filmmaker now, I'm working on a project with my wife. It's like you have to make these tough decisions when you edit movies, and you film all these beautiful scenes and you write all these beautiful scenes. But I think the final product is great, and I think every single Teen Wolf fan will absolutely adore the movie.
And you said just now that you're working on a film with your wife. That goes to my last question. Do
Yeah.
you have any future projects that you could hint at or talk about?
Yeah. The film is called Isabel's Garden. It's a hopeful family drama, full feature. We shot it in October. Aaron David from Fear of the Walking Dead is the lead. A number of other incredible actors, and it'll probably be released. My guess is middle of the year. It'll do the festival circuit, and we submitted it to Tribeca, an early copy. It may not get accepted just because we're still editing, but we're hopeful. But yeah, that's what I'm working on, and I'm done filming it, but we're editing and doing all of the work in post. I'm going back to a show that I've been on before. I can't talk about which show it is, but I recur on a show that I play a very cool character, and I shoot that in the next week or two. I'm excited about that. No, there's just a lot of exciting stuff happening, and last year was great, and I don't know, I have a feeling this year is going to be better.
Yeah, it sounds like you're keeping busy.
Yeah, it's been really wonderful.
Yeah, well, congratulations on everything again, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.